Hello again, guys. All right, so in the last video, what we were working on is the authentication process for our login form. So now we've done some admin routes, so we now need to do some client routes. So I'm gonna just close this for now. Um, all right, so now we're gonna be working on the dashboard. There's two routes that I need for now. We're gonna be working on the creating the request form and also the dashboard for the client. So the first thing I need to do here within the views is create another folder here, which I'm going to name as clients or clients. And then I'm going to create the dashboard, right? Dot blade dot php. And then let's first do the dashboard first, and then we'll get to the others. So for now, what I want to do is I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Okay, so it's also going to extend the exact same template that we created. The difference will be the navigation list, but the overall layout will be exact same. The plus minus the exact same as the what you call it as the admin layout. So here within partials, what I also need to create is another folder. That one will be clients, and then in there I'm also going to create another navigation client navigation. Sorry, client nav dot blade. All right, so I'll copy. So ours is going to be different. It's going to be client, and then I also named that one client. So currently the client one doesn't have anything, so I'm just going to copy some elements within here. I'm going to remove all of them except for two. Or actually, let me just take all of them out, and then this one will be for the dashboard. Uh, Let me just do that, and then obviously the route is going to be client or dashboard, right? We can remove that. Sorry about that. We can remove that and leave that one particular link over there, and then everything else should be the exact same. Okay, so um, within the client, um, where is it? The client dashboard, we should be fine there. I just want to take some of the other elements from the admin side. Main content, subheader. I'm gonna take the subheader as well and paste it there. Okay, so within the controller for the clients, now we can return that dashboard view. So we're gonna say return view. We can now say client dot dashboard. Okay, so now we're not yet going to restrict access to these routes yet, because we just need to get through with the styling and everything. So all right. So if I go to the client route, all right. So as you can see, we got did I type anything within that? Oh yeah, apologies for that. Should say dash dashboard, or should I say back to dashboard? If I refresh that, all right. So there's our link there. Okay, so now what we need to create is the link to the creating the requests. So I'm gonna copy exactly what we did here, and I'll just name this let me see something collapse one. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'll just say two, but then I'm gonna keep this one at one. All right, so just make sure that you change the ID of this div. Otherwise, when you click on the collapse one and this one has the exact same ID, it will just uncollapse. It will collapse and uncollapse both of them. But yeah, so this one I'm gonna name as create request, and it should be fine. Uh, name it that. The icon for that should be, I don't know. Let me just say archive. All right, let's check it out. So we should have that, and then we should be able to, when we click there, it will should take us to the request page where we're going to create our request form. And plus we can also do some validations. So here within the routes, within the client routes, these would be admin routes. Right, so just gonna copy that there. Okay, okay, so now within the method we need to create this, we need to create that date request method. We should say return view um, client dot create, uh, let me just keep it consistent and say create request. All right, so now here within the client folder we're going to create a file there. I'm going to say create request blade of php. All right, so remember, for those who don't know, just remember that whatever you name, wherever your view is, it needs to be, you need to name it correctly there. So just make sure you, for those for you who don't know, just make sure that when you create your views, um, this is how you access them within the folder and then the name of the view. Otherwise, if it's not in a folder, you just put the name of the view itself. Okay, so I'm gonna copy from the dashboard and I'll come here and I'm just gonna say paste that there and say create request. All right, so within our partials client and then nav, here we have to place the name of our route, so which is gonna be that over there. client nav, which is gonna be that. Okay, so refresh. So now when we click here, it should take us to our route, to our create request route. All right, you can see there. All right, so now we're gonna do that form within our what you call it. We're gonna do that form here within our create request page. So I can close the nav. So now what I need is the main content area. If I remember within the master, what I named it was main content. Okay, so there, what I need to do is section, and I'll say main content. And then again, I'm going to contain the form within a Bootstrap card. So, and then it's going to be within a card body. I'll say end of card body. All right, so the heading, I'll say uh, plus square, and then I'll say add, or let me put that in the span. I'll say add or create request. Right. I'll say text. Let me give it a. All right, so and then this one, I'm going to give it that main font color. I'll say main uh, font, and then I'll say text danger. Okay. Oh, apologies for that. It's supposed to be text dark, not danger. And the font, I made a mistake. It's supposed to be main font. Okay. Now, you know what? That column is a bit too long, so I just want to make it span about 5 columns. Right. That should be fine. Okay, so here I'm gonna put an HR, a horizontal line, and then underneath here is where we're gonna be doing our form. Um, there's a create request form. Okay. Obviously we're gonna put these elements within the form group. So we're gonna have a label. I'm gonna give it that class that we created earlier in the series where I said second and font. And then before we actually do this, let's check the columns that we need within our database. So if I remember correctly, I'll set show, I think it's create request. All right. So the ones we need are the request type, the category, and then subject along with the description. Everything else is going to be handled, or description and file. So everything else is going to be handled internally. So in terms of the request type, we need to create um, so for now I'm going to statically input these fields. So it's going to be a list, an options list. It's going to be request type, and then within here I'll say option. All right, then I'll say, so remember, a client can might have various requests, or general queries, and so forth. So what I'm actually going for here is there will be let me just type it out and then I'll explain it. Support. uh, all right, so um, the class is going to be form form control. All right, so what I was trying to explain was that a client might have certain requests that they want you to assist them with. Sometimes it could be a support related request, and then sometimes it can be a query regarding, maybe let's say they have a question regarding maybe you set up a certain policy within the IT infrastructure or something like that. General could be something like maybe they want you to quote them as to, maybe let's say if they want to buy a new laptop, something like that. So that's what I was going for when I was creating this request fields. I mean request, what you call it, fields. And so and then I can differentiate between the type of requests that my clients are making, whether it's support related requests, query, general. So obviously there could be more than that, but for now I kept it simple and just kept it to these three. All right, so this being done, um, in fact I was actually supposed to put this within a row. Let me just rectify that. So I'm going to say, right, and then I want to paste that within here. Right, and then I'm going to create another form group. Here I'll say call, and then here I'll say select uh, category. All right, so the category, so the other one can be general. All right, so what I was going for here is that in correlation to whatever request the client is creating. So if it's a support request, Here, what I was going for was that maybe they need support on a hardware component, or maybe it's a software related issue, or maybe both, or maybe it can just be a general support request if they don't, maybe let's say, know what it is the issue they're having. And so that's what I was going for here. Sometimes in regards to when you do database, maybe let's say reports, you might want to check as to how many um, hardware related support requests you're getting, in terms of maybe let's say equipping yourself with equipment. You might find that you're mostly getting issues regarding hardware, and so from your side you might need to maybe equip yourself with certain hardware components to assist with repairs or replacements, etc. So but yeah, that's what I was thinking of that's what I was going for here. All right, so I just want to expand this column a little bit again. um, let us spend half the page. All right, so the next field we need, we got the request type, we got the category, so now the subject. All right, so within here, I'm going to copy that group there. So this is it's not going to go within a row. I'm going to remove that column class there, and then I'll say subject, right? And then here now we need an input field. Um, Name should be subject, and then the placeholder is going to be okay. That can be a class of form control. All right, then what else do we need? And that's it. So by the way, I need to change that to category. All right, should be fine. That's it over there. And then we need a description field. um, yeah, description field. So this will be a text area. Name will be description, and then what else? I'm gonna make this I'm going to give it about 3 rows, and then the columns are fine, and then the class is going to also be uh, form form control. All right all right so that's our description field, and then the other thing that we need is the file. So obviously, maybe let's say if they are having an issue with maybe an software or something like that, they might have an error that keeps appearing on the screen, so they might need to have an option of attaching it. So um, here we're going to create another field which is going to be for attaching files. So uh, uh, just going to name it file, and then the class will be form control. Actually, wait, I think there's a control file. Okay, and then I should actually put a small message over here. I'll say text class text muted, and then it'll say something like please uh, any other documentation. Uh, us to look at. No, something like documentation that describes your request. Okay, I think that should make sense. Let's see it. All right, attention is screenshots of errors or any other documentation that describes your request. All right, so um, um, I also should put here that this is going to be optional. All right, I think that should be fine. So we've got our request type, category, subject, and then description of whatever the issue is or whatever the query is, and then the last thing we need is just the submit button. Um, First, we need a CRF token before I forget, and then uh, form group. I'm just going to remove all of this, including that. Or should I put this within the footer? You know what? It's fine. Let me just say button, and then I'll say btn, tn, tn, uh, maybe success. Okay, check it now. All right, so that's the form for the client to create whatever requests they have. Like I said, all the other fields are gonna internally that will be handled, and then yeah, that should be it. By default, these are set to open, so yeah, everything else you should be fine. I think I should stop the video from here. It's already long enough. In the next video, we should be doing the validations and storing this information within the database. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. Um, I think we've done all we need. So let me just put a horizontal line here. Just want to unclutter that bottom part over there. All right, so yeah, that should be it for the video, guys. Thanks again for watching. Like I said, if you liked what you've seen so far, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys within the next video. And cheers for now.